Mayor, it's good to see you again. Thanks for making time for us here. A lot has changed since we last spoke with you. There have been tariffs, there have been immigration crackdown. Nowhere is this a bigger deal than actually on the border there in McAllen. I'm curious how it has changed McAllen, if at all, over the last 12 months that Trump has been in office.
Well, it definitely has changed, but actually, I don't think it's necessarily just here around the border area. I think it has affected throughout the country. And of course, when you talk about the immigration crackdown, that's something that's definitely, well, in reality, yeah, it's kind of hurting us, especially the construction industry. We know, like, we get the calls from construction companies, developers about what can we do as a city to try to change this or modify this or do something. And we tell them, look, we can talk to our congressmen, our senators, and letters to the administration. And that's all we can do. I mean, it is out of our control. We know it is hurting us, but that's all we can do. Well, we know, for example, we have projects that have slowed down big time. And to us in the city, economic development is very important. Construction, the creation of more of a tax base. I mean, that's how we provide the type of services we do. So it has been affecting.
McAllen's been on this growth spurt for the past 10, 15, 20 years, I'd say. Has the immigration crackdown really slowed things down at all or impacted things noticeably?
It has not necessarily really slowed it down. It has impacted. It has affected the speed of some construction. It has, but you keep on seeing subdivisions all over the place, commercial buildings coming up. We are blessed that I always say the southern area is almost one of the last ones to get affected, and almost always very fast to recuperate. So we're hoping that something changes pretty soon.
Mayor, you're a Republican. If you could reach out to the Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem or President Trump, what would you tell them?
You know what? I think their idea initially of deporting people that were not good and productive, I agree with. It's what I think I don't agree with, and a lot of people, whether you're Republican or Democrat, is getting rid of people that are good and productive, and sometimes people that we have invested so much time and money, and I'm talking about education wise, those are the type of people that I think our country needs. And I've always said it, we need to find a pathway to lawful employment. I understand that maybe, yes, if they did come illegally, uh, that is not good. But you know what? Even crimes committed by individuals here have a statute of limitations. So it boggles my mind when somebody has been here for 20, 30 years, good, productive person, law abiding, assists and pays taxes, because they do. Even people may say that people that are here illegally don't pay taxes. They do, one way or another. Uh, it boggles my mind when we want to get rid of somebody that we should find a way for them to stay.
Is this what you expected when the president won in November of 24?
Well, to an extent, I did. I did expect hopefully get rid of people that are not good and productive, that are not law abiding. Yeah, but I just can't agree with the full extent.
I'm curious how things have changed with the cross-border commerce that you guys rely on a lot. What have the bridge traffic been like over the last year?
It has initially it wasn't too bad. Then it kind of goes up and down. It really does. We have right now a lot of people are not willing to come over. We McAllen has two international bridges, Hidalgo, McAllen, Hidalgo, and Ansalduas. And we have noticed a difference. We have noticed that a lot of people are concerned about even if they have permission to come, even if they may have a visa or whatever permission they have, that they can be taken away, and it has happened, and not allowed to come in. So a lot of times it has, uh, it has slowed down. Fortunately, when it comes to commerce, I think we're still pretty strong.
That was my next question. The McAllen economy, how is it handling all the changes?
We are still fortunate. We're doing very well, but you do see maybe a very slight slowing down. But when it comes to international trade, I still don't see it. I see the bridges; they're busy. People, the commercial traffic keeps on coming. As a matter of fact, hopefully in a couple of months we open up our full cargo facility in Ansaldua's Bridge to kind of spur speed up the movement of the commerce.
Yeah. Affordability is emerging as probably the major issue for 2026. You're a Republican. Is your party doing enough to address it? Because I would argue that Democrats didn't do enough to address the border in the 4 years of the Biden administration. Is the Trump administration doing enough for affordability?
Well, actually, that's a very tricky, or not sure to say tricky question, but a difficult issue because that gets affected by many things, and some of it, uh, tariffs. What's happening with the tariffs? And a lot of the times, the tariffs to us, okay, they may be beneficial. Now we're looking at the president now looking at a 12 billion uh, assistance to farmers. Okay. And that helps out the farmers. But what about the rest of the people? So a lot of people are really complaining about affordability right now. And down here, we see it more in the grocery prices because fortunately, cost of living is still pretty decent down here. But little by little, it is creeping up. So we are concerned just like anybody else.
With affordability as a big issue for 2026, do you expect the GOP to still make inroads like it has in South Texas and the Rio Grande Valley over the past few cycles?
I think the Republican Party has, in a sense, entrenched itself in South Texas. I don't think it's ever going to go back to the way it used to be. A lot of people, even though they may disagree with some of the administration's positions, they agree with a lot of the policies of the Republican Party. I've always said it. The South Texas has always been very conservative. They just didn't quite see it. So now they realize that, hey, this party, I may not agree with everything, but we agree, or just like myself, agree with a lot of the policies, especially usually economic policies, even though right now, not 100%.
I'm curious what you think about the presidential pardon of Congressman Henry Cuellar.
You know what? Both parties have been talking about, uh, they keep on talking about weaponizing the Department of Justice. And whether one party or the other one does it, I don't think it's correct. I think, and this is more personal because I think Congressman Cuellar, even though he's a Democrat, I think he's a very good congressman that has done very well for our country and has worked well with the Republicans and Democrats. Even though I'm not fully aware of all the facts or the circumstances surrounding the indictment, you know, others have been pardoned that I think maybe shouldn't have. So I feel very comfortable with what he did with Congressman Cuellar.
How about Bobby Polito? He is a big Tejano star. People know all over the place. Just won the other Latin Grammy, and he's running for Congress down in the Valley. Is that surprising to folks down there? Where are you on him?
But he hasn't been pardoned or what's that?
True.
No, no. Bobby Pulido is very well known. People know him as a good musician. As a matter of fact, I like his music. He's in a very good race with our Congresswoman Monica de la Cruz, and it's
Sure.
an interesting race because it's not the district that Congressman de la Cruz used to have. Probably about at least 75% of it is totally different.
Right.
So even though she's the incumbent, let's see how the star, you know qualities are gonna help out Pulido. It's gonna be an interesting race.
Yeah, it will be. We're watching it up here. A few more questions here. You've called on the state to take action after another fatal crash in the 17th Street Entertainment District and drunk driving. I know there have been on and off issues over the years there, but has the state stepped in after you've asked for help?
We've talked to them. We've talked to TABC, talked to Senator Hinojosa about some of the issues. And you know what? I wish the city could do more. And like I tell our constituents, our residents, we cannot have curfews. We're not allowed. We cannot limit the interest to 21 and over because we're not allowed. So, and that's the reason I sent out my message to look, give us a little bit of teeth, give us a little bit of authority. If TABC does not have the funding or that is required, the manpower that they used to have, well, then give us the power and let us take care of it. Because you know what? One death is too many. I mean, we've had issues there. I'm trying to redo that whole area, and I'm going to do it. And a lot of people hate me because of what I'm doing, but you know what? I always say it, safety before profits. That's it.
I think a lot of people would agree with you on that. Has Senator Hinojosa or anyone else said that, listen, maybe we ought to give cities some of this authority?
I talked to, we have a very good relationship with Senator Hinojosa. And of course, we're looking at the possibility of maybe doing something a little different in the next session.
The lieutenant governor just came out a few moments ago and said, listen, he's going to lower the senior homestead exemption. He wants to, at least. He's proposing this and going to expedite it from 65 down to 55. So anyone 55 and older would be able to have their property taxes frozen. He's also talking about increasing the homestead exemption another $40,000, raising up to $180,000 for everyone else. The state has been for a while now putting pressure on local municipalities, on cities and counties and MUDs and everything else in order to arrest their ability to increase property taxes. If this passes, I'm just curious what you think it might do to the city of McAllen.
We are fortunate that we have a very young community. Of course, that would benefit me personally, but that's not what we're talking about. You know what? We for years and years, you're correct. The state has been taking away powers from municipalities, restricting our ability to do some things that in reality I would like to take back, including the annexation and other issues.
Mm.
But you know what? It depends on the numbers. It depends on the numbers and depends. It can affect some communities a lot more than others. We have a young population. Well, I know we'd still get affected. And really, this is the first I've heard of it. I hadn't heard of it, but it'd be very interesting to see what can happen. Of course, you have to just budget accordingly. We are fortunate in McAllen that we do very well. We have a very good, stable government. We can handle just about anything, but we don't want to have less income to be able to provide the services that we need to provide.
Mayor, before we let you go, what's on your to-do list for 2026?
Oh, we have so many things going on here in McAllen. We keep on growing, and which is one of the things. One of the things I just posted, of course, on social media about how we keep on developing, which in a sense can be a good thing, but others view it as something that's not very positive. We're starting to get a little more congested with traffic as any municipality that keeps on growing. And then when you have, for example, McAllen, that we're all together. It's not McAllen. We're together with Par San Juan, Alamo, Edinburgh, Mission. We're all together. It gets hard. So, in the future, we're trying to plan accordingly to make sure that everything is proper. But what makes it a little harder for us is that all the municipalities around us have to plan accordingly or plan something similar to what we do.
Mayor, it's good to see you. Thank you for the time.
Certainly, good to see you.